What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the Wallet Monkey channel, and let's dive right in. I want to cover why you might be getting denied for a basic checking account. Most importantly, a checking account at a credit union. So I think we've talked about this before, but you know what? If so, it doesn't matter. Let's do a refresher. I'm going to give you 3 different resources, 3 different links to help explain this story that we're going to break down, right? So the first one is, I gotta plug our own site here, walletmonkey.io. There is this little page here under tools, credit report, and bank resources, just stuff to the gills on what actual credit agencies exist, where to go to freeze them, lock them down, opt out, dispute, freeze, everything, right? Okay, so if we just come down here and click to Chexsystems, that is where we want to start. So, okay, who are the big players with data that are collecting data? Who are the CRAs that are collecting data on us for checking accounts? Well, it seems like the biggest player is Chexsystems, but there's going to be 2 others that we're going to cover as well that seem to be a little bit smaller. We're going to go ahead and add those to the site as well. What Chexsystems does is they collect information on the following: repeated account overdrafts, uncollected fees, suspected fraud, suspected abuse of debit card, ATM card, or other tools, falsified information on the application. You can, of course, lock down your Chexsystems, which would stop people from trying to open up bank accounts in your name, especially if you found out that your information is floating around in a dark web, which a lot of people's it is because of hacks. It's like data's getting hacked every other day now. So that's something to keep up on. That's the topic for a whole nother video. Cybersecurity is huge and very, very important. We give you all the data here, and this is the 2-cent overview of it. There's a scoring model with this as well, and it's between 100 and 899 or 900, one or the other. Quick little deep dive into some of the codes here. A 9998 code means that the social security number used to apply for a checking account belongs to someone who's deceased. A 9999 code means that there's not enough information available about your banking history to generate a score. Let's go back here. So the main player that we're going to dive into first, Chexsystems, and then I'm going to cover the other 2. So what are the rules here? I can only verify one of these, and the other 2 looks and seems to be speculation. Accounts stay on file for 5 years. Good or bad, doesn't matter. And I want to note here that the most obvious reason why you're getting denied for a checking account is because you've abused a checking account in the past. That maybe you've gotten, I don't know what the number is on overdrafts, but I would assume anything over like 2 overdrafts in the last 6 months, you might start running into trouble. But if you're getting like overdrafts on a weekly basis, you know, and you're getting extended overdraft fees, which is when you haven't paid the initial fee and then it's been a week later and then they charge you another fee on top of that, that is probably the main reason why you're getting denied, okay? And that definitely affects like a certain demographic of person. There's a ton of people that have great Chexsystem scores and are still getting denied. We're gonna cover you too in just a second. That's the most obvious stuff. Obviously, if you've tried to like, you know, go around town and open up bank accounts at a bunch of different places and then you abused and you had the account shut down, you've got balances, they're trying to take you to collections, all of that's bad news. You are going to have a very hard time getting a new bank account. Now, Chexsystems has been used for a really long time as well. I don't know when they really started getting serious, but I would say early 2000s, you really started to notice a difference. Like you could actually walk in, and this happened to me, and I got denied to actually set up a basic checking account because there was a situation that happened with an old Chase account, and it was still chasing me around. Yeah, get it? Get the plug? All right, anyway. Accounts stay on file for 5 years. This is all speculation, these last 2. Inquiries stay on for 3 years and it's kind of agreed upon that you should take like a 6-month break after you go and let's say, you know, go on a spree and you get 4, 5, 6 new checking accounts. Well, you got to let that sit for a while. So it's not the fact that we're trying to get inquiries to drop off. That's not as important as just letting these new accounts now season up and give it a break and chill out for a little while. So that seems to be the consensus, is like 6 months. This is all based off of a MyFICO forum thread. So here's the original thread where we get this 3-year number from. I see that inquiries, which are for deposit accounts, not credit applications, are carried for 3 years. Don't know where he got this. Big contributor over on the FICO forum, so that's what we're basing this off of. And then a lot of the comments section seem to, like I said, the consensus seemed to be take 6 months as a break. We can confirm the 5 years on file, and it is right here. How long does a closed account stay on Chexsystems file? So the fact that they gave you this answer at all for any reason whatsoever means that all data has to stay on file for at least 5 years. That's what that tells me. Okay, so our current practice is to retain record of reported information for a period of 5 years. So they even tell you that. Even if they didn't though, you gotta assume if it's 5 years for this one thing, then it's probably 5 years for all data, right? That's a fairly safe assumption. So that's the only thing that we could actually confirm on the Chexsystems site. Their site's kind of thin. Doesn't really have a lot of FAQ, but it does get into more details of, how to fix things if things go wrong. It even tells you right here, if you do pay what's owed on the checking account and get that all squared up, will they remove it? No, they won't. Now you could try and go and get something done legally, or object that or dispute it, but for the most part, just because you paid it off doesn't mean that they have to remove it. All right, so now let's kind of dive into the score piece of this for just a second, and then we're going to move on. 108.99, you see that confirmed here. This person had a 768 and were denied still, and a reason why is because they literally said credit and checks inquiries may have adversely impacted your score. Key factors that adversely affected your Chexsystems score. And we had another person in the community, I think they were like 650, and they got denied. But they also too, both of these people have 6+ new bank accounts in the last 12 months. So again, if that's you, it probably you just need to chill out. All right, so we covered everything here. Lastly, what I want to cover is check and banking. Okay, here we go. Now, there is 2 or 3 that just have to do with check writing. I don't see that as being super relevant to the data that we're covering here. So, all right, here's Chexsystems, and again, there's links just like on our site to request the report, freeze it, check it out, all that, right? Okay, Crosscheck is another one of those, provides check verification and guarantee services, primarily in the automotive niche. Nope, here we go. Here is the first one we need to peel our eyes on and pay attention to. Early Warning Services, EWS, assists financial institutions, check acceptance companies such as retail merchants, payment processors, and other financial entities in detecting and preventing fraud associated with bank accounts and payment transactions. Yes, this is one that you need to pay attention to. They will give you a free report once every 12 months. And you can reach out to them. I'm sure there's other things that we can do with them as well. Okay, Global Payment Systems provides check screening. So again, not that relevant. Here is the second one to focus on and pay attention to is Telecheck Services, assists retailers, financial institutions, and other businesses in reducing fraud and other risks associated with accepting payments and opening accounts using check writing and other checking account related information. So it looks like Telecheck and EWS work with Chexsystems, and those 3 are the let's call it the main 3 kingpins here that have to do with you getting approved or not approved with a checking account. So definitely pull those 2 reports for Chexsystems EWS, and then if you're new to Chexsystems, do that as well. But that's what you want to be focused on, is those 3 right there. Now, I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments, questions that you might have, things that maybe we didn't cover or explain well enough. Let us know. And then if you want this video to get in front of more people, just click the like button or share it out with your friends at your social network. You know the game. The more that the algorithms see that this is getting shared, the more views we get. I know. Yeah, and if you're brand new here and you like this sort of thing, stick around, hit the subscribe button, bell notification, turn it to all. Shout out to all of our Patreons who support us each and every month. There's a link in the description if you want to toss us a little money as a thank you for all the gems that we hopefully are bringing you in the credit space. And that's it. We'll see you in the next one.